the discomfort that stems from not knowing how to communicate or have a conversation, that in large part is rooted in not knowing how to simply listen. A product of modernity is intertwined with supremacy, whiteness, that has us become distant from being able to affirm or validate somebody's feelings. I don't want to hear what you're going through. You can only be what it is that I think you should be, right? A lot of us probably on this live stream have in our collective history either slavery or colonization. We've lived under regimes or generations before us that told us that we're only acceptable when we become that which we are not. And we go through all of these modes of dissonance that tells us to leave behind who it is that we are, so we're accepted in certain ways. And then we're never able to talk about it, right? Sit down with some of your grandparents and ask if they've ever told anybody what it was like to live in partition, to live under colonization. Who did they get to go talk to their feelings about? And if there was nobody that they could go to talk to about what it was like for somebody to tell them, you need to lose the turban, you need to lose the beard, you need to change the dress and adopt something that makes you look as white as you possibly can, and they have no way to express themselves in it, they start to now build an absence of knowing how to engage with their own emotional self. And now when my kid comes and, oh my God, I saw him listening to this person or that person, the prophetic example of our messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who walked with compassion through people who struggled with drinking alcohol, people who said, literal, you know better than I do. Companions came to, Ya Rasulullah, you got to make zina halal. These kinds of things are real experiences, not things to be tokenized, but he's willing to hear them so that they have a space to express. If you create a blanket rule that says that even if the kid is going through haram, may Allah make it easy for them, and you just say, no, it's impermissible, and you don't dig deep to say, well, why are you doing this? Why are you turning to this in a way that's not healthy for you? Because we don't believe that Allah gave to us anything that in his divine wisdom is prohibited that would not cause us harm in some way. And so it's not about what would people think or what would do this or that, but you're hurting yourself. Why? Let me help you through that. And some of that is about being quiet and just hearing to understand. I'm going to this content, this influencer, this person, their words resonate with me for this reason or that reason. And then you get thrown into a frenzy. Every week I get people that call me from around the country. Can you talk to my kid? Can you talk to my kid? No, you got to learn how to talk to your kid. You have to learn how to listen to them. They're fully autonomous human beings. You can't just throw words at them and hope they're going to stick. And then what I was saying before is important. If you don't tell your kids that you love them and you're proud of them, make it okay for them to make mistakes, you're not going to be able to have tough conversations because you're not having the easier conversations. So how do I keep my child from doing this? That's like a foolish endeavor. That's like saying, how do I ensure that my child never makes a mistake? Who is the perfect human in our tradition? It's not me or you, man, right? We're going to make mistakes. And if you can't tolerate the ability of your child to explore, literally, the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, as a young person, looks to the stars, the sun, and the moon, thinking that that's his God. And it's only after he goes through exploration of things to deepen in his understanding that he lands on the idea that there is a creator that is greater than all of this. If your kid came to you and said, I'm trying to figure out who Allah is to me, and I looked at this and looked at that, and you just like laid down, like railed into them, you think that that's going to give them affirmation? Our prophets explored. Doubt became a means to certitude. And it might be that you don't know how to convey or communicate because you don't know why you believe what you believe. And then not being able to answer questions that you don't know how to say, I don't know the answer to.